Hey everybody, Lady B here. I'm doing a live, and yes, I have some tunes playing in the background. These are my boys from Melrose Avenue with their song Suffering, and they just finished their first ever US tour, so I just want to put that out there. You guys were amazing. I saw them at the Meadows. And oh, hey, Joanna. So, yeah, I saw them at the Meadows over in Brooklyn. Absolutely amazing. They did not disappoint. Um, Also, we had that performed that night Bedlam Barrio as well as Bad Mind. That was absolutely amazing. And Roderick. Loved them too. So, yeah, it was one hell of a night. I can't wait for them to come back. I love you guys so, so much. So, I hope you have a great UK tour as well. So, fingers crossed that everything goes well there. So, I actually wanted to do a live because, well, a lot of people have been reviewing, like, Monday Night Raw and stuff like that, and the latest pay-per-views. I haven't really seen too many people doing reviews on LFG, which is Legends and Future Greats. Now, we already had a season 1. I saw season 1. And I have to say, I do agree with one of the choices with regards to the winners, and the one that I agree with is Jasper. Okay, I think definitely he was a right decision with regards to a winner. Tara May Steele, don't get me wrong, she does have talent, but the thing is, we've done the Olympian already. We've already done that. Been there, done that. Okay, we already have a stable also with regards to, all American Olympians and everything. And with Chad Gable, and do we really need another one? I'm sorry, but do we really need another one? And in all honesty, I don't even see that group taking her in. It's just, I don't see it working. I'm sorry, I don't see it working. I think Zena Sterling should have definitely have been the one. But you know what? She's back, and she's in season 2, and of course she's on Team Bubba. So, Zena, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Season 2, so far, they have quite a few people that have returned. You have Bailey Humphries, who is also another one I'm looking at. You have Shiloh Hill, who is also there. And, oh, just so you know, by the way, this is Bleed From Within with their song God Complex. So, yeah. I had to put this in here because of one particular person. Because he does seem to have a God complex, and that's going to shatter at some point during the season, I guarantee you. Shiloh Hill is back. Elijah Holyfield, back. Drake Morrow, back. Absolutely can't wait. Patina P Nasty's back. P Nasty. Danny's also back. And, she has grown immensely so far from what I've seen. And I'm very proud of her to that extent. Um, Chris Islands is also back. Tatiana is back as well. And Blowjobber Ray. Yeah, he's back too. I don't know why. You had a chance for a first impression with me, and just like your match, you botched it. So the fact that Bubba has you on his team again, it's pretty much like a bad ex. She just keeps on calling. They keep on calling. And, yeah. I don't really have any high hopes for you. I really don't. I mean, I literally, as much as it would probably entertain me seeing you get your ass handed to you on a silver platter every week, I would much rather be trapped in an elevator with Jillian Hall singing than to deal with seeing you. That's how bad. That's how bad. And that's how much I don't trust you. Because you know what? You left quite the impression the first season to where you literally put yourself before everyone else. And when it comes down to this kind of business, you really can't do that. You can't do that. Because you doing that, had this been back in the day of, like, when Taker was younger and when, Booker T was younger and everything, you botch a match like that to where it got to that level of just, I can't believe that actually happened, to where someone actually walked out, and lo and behold, the match is completely ruined. Back in the day, that would have meant that everyone's pay got messed up. Everyone got screwed. Because everyone is responsible for what happens in that ring. Oh, hey, Shane. Everything that happens in that ring when you go in there, especially if it's a tag team match, everyone has a part and everyone is responsible for making sure that that match goes as smoothly as freaking possible and that everyone comes out in one piece. So BJ Ray doing what he did in season 1, I guarantee you he would not, if this had happened back in the day, he would not have been walking out of the locker room. They would have had to carry him on a stretcher, because all individuals that were part of that match, they would not be getting, first of all, depending on who they're working with, they probably, all of them would not get paid. So you're messing with people's money. And back then, that was something you did not do. You didn't have to like the individual that you're working with, but you had to have the mutual respect to be able to work with them and get your money. Because in the end of it, that's what matters. You getting your money. So they had a policy back then. Whatever your differences, whatever beef you had, you left it at the door, and now it's time to work. And after, then you can do whatever. So I don't know. I really don't think he would last in the locker room. He wouldn't last 5 seconds in the locker room. So why he's back, I don't know. Maybe he's a glutton for punishment. Maybe, it's like Bubba said, I'm either gonna make him or break him. And at this point, I am putting my money on break. Please. And how dare he? He actually had the nerve to say on Instagram, I think it was yesterday, he actually had the nerve to say that Hayes Jameson is trying to be like him. No, 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 sweetheart. No, sweet boy. She's not trying to be like you, because that would be career suicide. That would be career suicide, my dear. No, no. We only need one of you, and even that's too much. Another thing also I have to bring up is, the fact that in the first episode, um in the first episode of season 1, of season 2, sorry, in the first episode of season 2, where they were picking out, well, Michelle McCool was picking out her team, the first 2 members, and she wound up picking up P Nasty as well as Anthony Luke. Both very amazing athletes. Both formerly from Booker T's team in season 1. And Booker T, for some reason, he was acting like a little whiny bitch. All because she picked those 2. If anything, he should be proud that they are being picked by an individual who just recently became part of the Hall of Fame. Okay? He should be proud that, he did an amazing job with those 2. He did an amazing job with those 2 with training them. So it's good that they go with another coach, because there's always something new to learn. There's always something new to learn. And she can Michelle McCool could probably give them insight on certain things that Booker T hasn't gotten up to yet. Especially with P Nasty, being that she is a female in the industry, she could probably give her some pointers with regards to what she could possibly do. I'm looking forward very much to seeing what happens next week. Bailey Humphries, she is definitely one to watch. I have really, she has really been a favorite of mine since season 1. I have very high hopes for her. She definitely has something special there. And her aggression, I would love to see her in a match with either Nia Jax. I definitely would want to see her up against Mommy, Rhea Ripley. There's also Raquel. I think she would definitely be able to hold her own with those three, uh, with those three ladies. So let's see what brings to the table. Shiloh Hill. He's another one that I am really having high hopes for. And that was a good strategy taker. Having him, tone it down a little bit during the beginning, so that way it's like a sure thing that you're picking him. And I'm glad that you got Bailey back. Also, you got two coming back on your team. That's amazing. Um, Elijah Holyfield, I look forward to seeing what else he's got to bring to the table. Because yeah, he has the name, but you definitely have to show that you're more than that. You have to be able to bring something of your own. And I look forward to seeing that. I very much look forward to seeing that. Now, we have some new people in here. Harlem Lewis, who is on Booker T's team. And I gotta say, I so far like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing. And I have to admit, I really enjoyed seeing him tossing around BJ Ray. That was nice. That really was. That was beautiful. I loved it. I just, when it comes to these matches and when it comes to this upcoming season, I am looking forward to seeing what other type of exercises that they have in store for these future greats. Because last season, they actually did this one exercise where it was like, when you're out there, anything can happen, anything can go wrong. The lights won't work. You have a wardrobe malfunction. You have a ring malfunction. How are you going to deal with that when and if that ever happens? So that, I feel, was a great exercise. I look forward to seeing what's coming up, especially when it comes to time of elimination. And also, I want to bring up something now. Someone had brought up that that Drake Morrow, right? Him and BJ Ray, they were both on Bubba Ray's team last season. For some reason, I don't know why, Bubba decided to keep BJ Ray and send Drake home. And being that those two were the last ones in the ring for picking of the teams for season 2, Bubba got in the ring and asked Drake if he would like to come back over to Bubba Ray's team. Drake actually stood up for himself and told Bubba Ray, season 1, you saw all these problems with BJ, and yet you sent me home. and you kept him, I think you should stick with your gut and have him stay with BJ. And Bubba, I think, trying to make it a turnaround to where he is making it seem like Drake made the wrong choice and is proving a point on why Bubba kept BJ. I have nothing but respect for Bubba Ray, but I'm sorry. That was, I feel that was an unnecessary low blow. And, I think Drake had every right. Drake had every right to speak up and flat out tell him, no. You clearly saw that there was a problem with this guy. He was a complete and total selfish asshole who, obviously doesn't follow direction, doesn't know the meaning of the word teamwork, and displayed behavior that clearly shows that he could be a liability in the ring. Not just as a tag team partner, but just as a partner in general. Partner/opponent. He flat out is a liability. He's a wild card. His ego gets in the way, and that can't happen. That cannot happen. So, it's, if you want to stick with that person and pray that this time around they're going to actually listen to you, it's a toss-up. It really is. It's a toss-up. It's a gamble. And in this kind of work where you have another person's life at stake in that ring, do you really want to take that gamble? This is just as a general question. Do you really think it's a good idea to keep someone around who has clearly displayed behavior beyond reprehensible towards a business that is highly respected and that has competitors that are highly respected, because they know it's not just about them. It really is. It's a gamble, and I hope with all sincerity that I get proven wrong. I really do. But I highly doubt it. Guys like BJ, they don't change. They don't. I have been friends with indie wrestlers from different feds, and they could all tell you, guys like him, they don't last. They don't last in that business, and there's a reason why you have some guys that wind up you know, doing work for multiple different feds within a short amount of time because of the fact they are just not, they're not cut for it because they just don't know how to work with people. You know, I mean, I really, again, I sincerely hope that I get proven wrong. I doubt I will, but if I get proven wrong, then I will formally admit it that I was wrong, that a change could happen. So let's see. Anywho, um, we're gonna leave it at this for now, but we'll see how things go. LFG is actually going to be on. It's on every Sunday on A&E. So if you have A&E, please look it up. And also, I believe there's someone on. There's it tends. There are certain accounts that post up like certain clips from each episode on YouTube, and that's pretty much how I've been keeping up with everything. Um, So let's see how it goes. But yeah, this is Lady B, and I will catch you guys later.